guys, so today my video is more like for current au pairs or future au pairs, because I think every au pair has to cook at least one meal if it's lunch or dinner, and I find it kind of hard to find something which is easy to make, which you can make really fast, which is not at least too unhealthy, and the main point that the children like. So I came up with a few ideas what you can cook, and I hope you enjoyed the video, so let's get started.
Our first dish today is lasagna. For that we're gonna use all the vegetables we find in our fridge and we're gonna cut them into little pieces. I had some peppers, a courgette and an onion.
Something big, I feel it happening out of my control. Pushing, pulling, and it's grabbing me. Feel it in my bones like oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Something big, I feel it happening. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
So the next thing we're gonna do is we use a pan, put it on the hob and add a little bit of oil into it. So we're gonna roast our vegetables, and I would suggest you to start with the mince and the onion, but as you can see it also worked the other way around.
Whoa, something big, I feel it happening out of my control. Pushing, pulling, and it's grabbing me. Feel it in my bones like whoa, 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 whoa.
The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our white sauce, and you will see it's the basic of many of my dishes, so you will see that often in my videos. So we start with a little bit of butter, and we're gonna add some flour and some milk, always flour, milk, until it's a really creamy sauce, like more like mashed potatoes. And now we are already at the part where we're gonna layer our lasagna. We're gonna start with a layer of mince, and over that we're gonna put our pasta leaves, noodle leaves over that. And when we have done that, there comes a layer of white sauce, and we're gonna continue that: mince, pasta, white sauce.
Whoa, whoa, something big is happening. Whoa, 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 something big, I feel it happening. Oh, thank you.
Until you have enough, and then you just add some grounded cheese on the top, and yeah, that's it.
Let it hit you cool and hot. Let your feelings be revealing that you can't forget.
The last thing to do is you put it in the oven and turn it on to 180 degrees, and you're gonna leave it in the oven for half an hour.
I won't stop until you forget me, get me now in your fantasy.
And ready is your lasagna. My next dish is pudding rice, which you can do as dinner or lunch, but also as dessert. That works really well. So you're gonna start with melting some butter in a top. Yeah, you're just gonna add your pudding rice and roast it a little bit, that it gets the flavor of the butter. And you're gonna add milk and just leave it in until it is soft and you can eat the pudding rice.
Tell me there is nothing I can have and nothing you won't do. Toss and turn without me, boy. Let it hit you cold and hot. All my kisses say you'll miss it and you can't forget me. None of that one on the wall. I am going 10 feet tall. In your head and I will.
And ready is your pudding rice, which was really easy and every child loves it. Yeah, we continue with pasta and bolognese, and for that we just use all the vegetables of our fridge. So I used some carrots, some peppers, mushrooms, leek, onion and tomatoes.
This emotion,
The next step is really optional. We had some chopped tomatoes which I wanted to do more smoother, and so I pureed it. Next thing I did was I was putting all the mince and all the vegetables into a pan and added the tomatoes. Just mixed it, and yeah, that's it. That's your bolognese. Next thing we're gonna do is mac and cheese. For that we just cook some macaronis until they're soft. We grind a whole block of cheese.
Go kryptonite, helpless to the base and the fade.
We drain our macaronis. And yeah, we need our white sauce, which you already saw with the lasagna. We add our cheese to it, mix it, and yeah, that's the sauce for the macaroni. So next thing, we just add the macaronis into the sauce, mix it, and ready are your mac and cheese. Personally, I really like the next dish, which are chicken nuggets, chips, and corn. So we just chop our chicken into little pieces. We cover it with some flour and some egg and some crushed cornflakes.
Like a stress and some beat up scenes. My discotheque, Juliet, teenage dream. I felt it in my chest as she looked at me. I knew we were bound to be together, bound to get together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your.
The next step is preparing the chips. I used a sweet potato, but you can also use just a normal potato. Yeah, we're gonna cut them into little stripes, add a little bit of salt and a little bit of oil, mix it all that the oil and the salt is on every chip. You put them on a baking sheet and leave them in the oven for like 50 minutes. Meanwhile, you're gonna bake your chicken nuggets until they're gold brown, like you can see them, and cook your corn. And yeah, that's it. Ready is your really delicious dish. If your host kids like tuna, the next thing is really easy thing to do. So you're just gonna put tuna in a bowl. Add some sweet corn to it and maybe 1 or 2 spoons of mayonnaise. Mix it all together until it's really creamy. Spread it all over your wrap, roll it and cut it, and yeah, that's it. Here we have some fish pie, mashed potatoes, broccoli, cauliflower and carrots. To do the fish pie we need a fish pie mix or just different kinds of fish. I put them into a mixer to break them a little bit up.
Violin, living it up in the city. We got Chuck's on, we're Saint Laurent, gotta kiss me.
And again we have our basic white sauce. We just add our chopped tomatoes to it and mix it and until it's like orange. And the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add our fish. And yeah, that's it. That's the recipe for our fish pie.
Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya. A Saturday night and we in the spot.
I just cooked the potatoes and my cauliflower, broccoli and carrots, which I got from a frozen bag, but you can also use fresh ones. Yeah, the potatoes, you're gonna mash them, add some butter and some milk, and you have your mashed potatoes. And then that's it. You just put it all on a plate and your kids will love it. And yeah, here is the easiest one of all, but it's really nice. We just use these frozen potato waffles, put them on a baking sheet, add our fish fingers and put them in the oven, leave them there for like 15 to 20 minutes, put them out of a little bit of ketchup, and there you go. This one looks really fancy, but it's so easy to do. You just need to cook your spaghettis.
Girls hit you, hallelujah, 'cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya, 'cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to ya.
We're gonna put a piece of butter into a top, let it melt. And then you just have this Philadelphia, and you put, depends how much flavor you want, but I wanted much flavor, though I put 3 spoons of Philadelphia into it, mix it up with some milk, and that's got a really creamy sauce. And you just add all your spaghettis into it, mix it all, and you have your dinner.
If you sexy, then flaunt it. It's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just